Let me verify that we're live.
What I do for a living anyway, so what the fuck?
Yeah.
Exactly what it's like shooting stuff.
You know what'd be a real exciting thing to do? Go to a Battlefield 4 release and say I was one of the voice actors in Call of
Everybody
Duty.
talk all at once because we get so much done that way.
I'm
Yeah,
still waiting
that's
for
the way
my
to go.
page to load.
Talk all at once because we get so much done that way.
Someone needs to hit their volume on their live stream. I see
Mr. Woods himself.
it's working. All right, hello everybody. I want to welcome you to the TNG podcast. This is episode number 1 of season 2. We just wrapped up season 1 with 23 fabulous episodes, and we have a really special guest with us today, Mr. James C. Burns. He is the voice actor and of Sergeant Frank Woods in the Call of Duty Black Ops series, and we're really excited about having him today. And we've also got Python Versus and Phoenix Rain TV, and along with my co-host Purist Gamers. What's up, everybody?
Look, guys.
I'm good.
How you doing, man?
So this is going to be a really cool show. This is groundbreaking for us, I believe. So if you guys want to go around the table and introduce yourselves right quick, we can do that.
Let's go ahead and just start with James.
Hey guys, J.C. Burns, Sergeant Frank Woods, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2. What the fuck else can I say, man? That's it.
couldn't dry.
Alright, who's next? Python?
Hey guys, I'm Python Versus. I'm a full-time gamer, and don't know much what to say.
Oh, we've had you on the show. We've had you on the
What a
show
great
several
start.
times now.
Fucking amazing. Great.
I'm a full-time gamer.
We're killing it, guys. We're so interested right now. People are lining up just to see what we're doing.
We'll get warmed up here. We'll get warmed up here. So
everyone knows Phoenix, so don't need to introduce him.
Yeah.
So James, what's been going on with you? Phoenix, did I just straight up cut you off?
No. I'm just gonna go cry in a corner later on
Pull the
about
fucking Menendez on, dude.
I end up killing Mason anyway.
Don't go light yourself on fire now, Phoenix.
Alright, I won't. I'll just go cry in a corner and pretend that I'm getting hugged by somebody.
So you asked me what I'm doing? I just got back from Afghanistan. We're there at the USO. Me and Kamar De La Reyes, who, of course, plays Menendez. We were in Kyrgyzstan and then spent 4 days in Afghanistan doing what's called a fob hop. Basically, they had us at Bagram Air Force Base, and every morning they stick us on a Black Hawk, and they'd fly us downrange to a place where there's active combat going on and stuff, or through hot areas. And we stop in, do a handshake tour. We walk through different bases. We go visit if there's a flight line, we go visit the air crews, visits, the medevac stations, whatever. These guys have normal jobs. Some guys work cafeterias, some guys are doctors, some guys work as accountants. The Army isn't just the Special Forces guys. There's a lot of support personnel. So we just kind of walk around and talk to everybody, shake hands, hand out posters, hand out cards, and just say thank you for your service and shoot the shit about Black Ops. It's kind of a great tour.
That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, I'll be posting up a 2-hour video blog. It basically starts from when Kamar and I get on the plane, get off the plane, and everything in between. It's kind of like a Vine thing. It'd be a lot of little inserts. There's one that.
Cool.
Yeah, a couple of the inserts going to be where we got to be in a Black Hawk with the doors open and doing evasive maneuvers and weapons firing. It's pretty good. And I got my iPhone out. We're flying upside down.
That was difficult.
What are you guys shooting at?
So when you're over there, was that is there any real dangers over there?
Yeah, they shoot at you. There's always a. First, when you get to a base, they'll do a security briefing, and they'll tell you, okay, this is what's going on around us. We're at in one of the bases. Say we're in a high threat situation. Keep your heads up. If if you hear a siren, hear your bunkers, get to this as fast as you can. And there's bunkers everywhere. There's basically what a bunker looks like is this pre-made concrete wall with a top on it, and it's covered by sandbags. And they're everywhere. I mean, they're almost every 30 feet you're going to have a bunker someplace. And they get hit. Yeah, and so basically out there, we fly to some hot zones. That means there's active fire in the Black Hawk, because we travel a couple hundred miles a day from Kabul, and we were in imminent danger because they got us well protected. Every time we take off in a Black Hawk, we have a support aircraft right behind us. So, and I tell you, man, not for nothing, that's some formidable shit. I mean, you see these things come armed, man. They got two 249s on them. It was a heavy machine gun. And this thing opened up on one of our trips, and it just, the amount of lead it put on a target was just, there isn't a video game that can match what's happening in real life. It's just unbelievable when you open fire.
I can only imagine what that would be like.
You can respond if you get killed by one of those things. In real life, you just shit.
And quite honestly, I don't think there's any, we'll call them a haji, because that's a negative connotation, but that's what they call them. They're smarter than to take pot shots at two Blackhawks flying overhead, because it's desert, there's no trees, and there's only rocks, and these things are so maneuverable that if they give up a position, they're not going to last very long. I mean, they're not that stupid to go up and pop their head up and take it.
That's like adding fuel to the fire right there.
It's gone. It's game over. That, man. So, I mean, the disparity in firepower, I compare it to like you had an NFL. Say you had like the Denver Broncos. They'd be like playing a fucking pee-wee football team. It's just there's no comparison to the level of power of the weapons at the.
They might as well be shooting Nerf guns at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and it's all.
This isn't working. Damn it.
Yeah, it's all going to be clad. It's all going to be like suicide bombers, because they have no options. I mean, there's no way to penetrate. I mean, it's just they're so well done over there. The military is amazing, man. The Army, the Air Force, Marines, they're amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'm awesome. I'm an Army veteran myself. So I got my gamer tag Mortarman. I was a Mortarman.
No shit.
On a 113 M113 light armored personnel carrier. We had a 120 millimeter mortar in the back. Fire about 7,500 meters.
No, that's the tripod, right?
You can ground mount it or mount it in the vehicle. We run with it mounted in the vehicle most of the time.
Were you deployed?
I did not get to deploy overseas.
Yeah.
I joined before 9/11, and so I spent my time stateside.
Mm-hmm.
But I did spend a lot of time training in the desert at the National Training Center in California, and it's a simulated combat zone, just like Iraq or Afghanistan. And
so I'm curious, how do those simulated things go?
It's all live fire. People get killed out there all the time during those
no
trainings.
Shit, huh?
Yeah. Wow. We had a howitzer round land. We had a howitzer round land within just a few football fields away from us while we were doing a what they call a 360
I wish I knew what that
perimeter.
was.
A howitzer is basically just like a big ass cannon. It'll fire like 10, 15 miles, and it'll.
Was it 155?
I'm not sure what size round it was, but when it hit the ground, it was a very big explosion. You probably drive a few deuce and a halves into it.
Yeah, it's very
yeah, we got the hell out of Dodge. The brass was having a shit fit when it happened, because they were like, that's not supposed to be in our AO, because we were in a 360 perimeter and we were about to move our convoy to another location, and so they were all in a meeting when it happened. And there's been many occasions where my life was in danger just in training, but that's what we trained for. I miss it. I really do miss being in the military. I had a great time.
Yeah, I mean, the structure is great. Well, let's talk about fun shit here.
Yeah.
All right. So you're shooting a movie right now, is that right?
I'm shooting 2 movies right now.
At the same time, huh?
Yeah, believe me, because a big problem is going to be on Sunday because the one movie I'm on with Clint Eastwood's son named Scott Eastwood. It's called Dawn Patrol. I'm playing a Army veteran surf bum, right? So I got this beard and hat. But on Sunday, I'm working on a Japanese action film, and I need to be a clean-cut banker type, like. So we got to figure some stuff out really quick because I can't grow a beard fast enough because I go back to Dawn Patrol on Monday. So I'm gonna need my Japanese friends to accommodate my my hair, my facial growth.
That should be interesting to pull off.
Fake
beard.
I'll just show up. I can't shave. Sorry, guys. I'll cover it up a little bit.
It's got to be pretty cool having to switch from two different characters that quickly, especially when they have two different looks.
Yeah.
It's you do something long enough, it becomes second nature. So, the surf bum guy is fun. He's like Woods on drugs, fun drugs.
How is that even possible? Woods on drugs?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he's like. Kind of think like a less goofy Big Lebowski. Let's say the Big Lebowski could be a badass, then that's what this guy's like. He's funny, but he's still yes.
Wow.
He's kind of funny actually. His name is Kevin. Kevin he's funny as hell. Like it could be funny for a change.
And what are the names of those two movies again?
One is called Dawn Patrol.
Dawn Patrol.
And then the other is called Masterless.
Oh, that's cool.
Second one you're probably never going to see. I think it's for the Japanese market.
Oh, really?
This is the internet.
Yeah.
We got internet.
What's happening now? There's two movies that are on the market coming out. One is called Cold Water, where I play a retired Marine colonel. Look, wow, typecasting. And I play a retired Marine colonel. Opens up a juvenile rehabilitation center in the woods, and shit goes really bad. It's a great film. Went to South by Southwest, and it was really well received. And we're still looking for distribution on it. In fact, we have a meeting tomorrow morning about that.
Okay.
But it's a really, really, really good movie. And then Blackjacks should be coming out real soon. That's where I play a retired Marine colonel who's a mercenary. And me retired Marine colonels, man, I just have this thing.
So I take it you like to play Army or military roles.
Dude, I fucking love it, man. It's just fun. I mean, it seems like hardcore too. I get hired to do this stuff. I get hired to play Army. And in this business, once you have a niche, that's what let's get the guy from Black Ops. He'd be good for this.
Right.
So that's how you make a living. You just have this.
I do notice
nowadays video games are made like movies, anyways.
I do notice there are, like you said, when an actor gets into a niche, that becomes their thing, and that's what they excel at. And I do notice that there are certain actors on television or in the theater that there's probably no coincidence that they play similar roles in different movies because that's what they're good at, or they've kind of got that look or the voice, or they carry themselves kind of like in a military manner or something like that.
Well, it's more from the producer side than the actor side. I mean, I've done a lot of different roles that aren't anything like Woods. But basically when a producer, I direct and I produce also. So as a producer-director, you've got to tell a story, and you need something that's proven so you can hire somebody, he's done this role before. You don't have to work very hard at getting them up to speed, so you hire somebody who knows how to do that role.
Right.
So, and as a producer, you also need to think, okay, what's this person's visibility? Because are they recognizable? Because when people recognize them, come to the project. I like that actor. I'll come see him in a movie. So that's really the driving force behind it all. It's not so much the actor not wanting to do other things, just that this is what you get known for, and people trust you to do this role. That means they know that you're not on the job learning it. And then it's also to know that you have a certain following, and that will draw attention, help them pay for the film, makes a certain amount of money. So this is, as much as we want to call it art, this is business, man. This is about making money.
Well, it makes sense. It's not like they're gonna pick like Tom Cruise to be a comedian role or something like that, a funny role, you know. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you just really have to take what comes to you, and it's a blessing when you get to be known for something. That means you're going to have a steady stream of work. If you
Yeah.
have this character you do well, you do that character a lot, which means you're working. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was looking,
Yeah.
James. You've been in soap operas and a lot of cool television series, several that I follow. So that's pretty awesome. You've been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I have.
I just started watching the new series for Burn Notice, which is one of my favorite series, and I watch a lot of those crime dramas too. And I'm having some serious internet issues. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just completely froze up here. Yeah. Would you check and make sure the router is even working? Yeah. Hardwired too. It's blinking? Uh, man, I don't know. The online should be solid. All right. I guess we have no choice but to reset it. Do it. I still got nothing. No. This is frustrating as hell.
Yeah, everything says online. It says PC activity. Everything's blinking, right?
Hmm. This is ridiculous. It seems to be fine now, but I've got to get back in the Google Hangout.
Yeah, that
Hey
thing that
guys,
nobody knows about.
Oh, you're back. You missed the whole
man, I
whole
had
thing.
I had a
We're
huge
about done here,
internet.
so
Yeah, man.
that was great, and we're
I
gonna move on.
I had a, huge
Yeah,
internet.
thanks everyone who watched and missed the whole thing, but talk to you guys
Yeah.
later. But
All right.
we what what I like about zombies is not necessarily they keep coming with waves and waves, but the Easter eggs that Treyarch puts into it and their whole way they do everything, it's just amazing to me. It's like just everything that they do just seems like there's something to it, whether you think there is or not. There probably is something to it, and
Yeah.
that's what I love about it. Is
Well,
that
I mean,
Easter egg thing.
I have sat in a room when these guys are talking about how to fuck with you.
Yeah,
So
I read an article about that. He they wanted something different, I guess, and he pitched an idea, and they first
yeah,
didn't want to go with it. I
yeah,
mean, who would have thought that it would have turned into this big? I mean,
yeah.
zombies
This is
like
kind of
it's
cool.
a huge thing. Yeah, it's awesome that it turned into something that big. I'm really glad it did too.
Yeah, this makes me want to go play zombies right after the podcast.
Yeah, about to make like a live commentary with it.
Played Mob of the Dead for about 6 hours.
Like, where's
Well,
the
I've
sun?
I've
Yeah,
probably
six.
missed out on a bunch. I can't. My internet's never done that during a podcast. Not that. I mean, it went offline. Now it's messing up again. Boy, I swear to God.
leftover food. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I got some pasta, I got there's some meat there, a little tomato. Okay, let's make a souffle.
Put some
You
salt
know,
in it.
yeah, a little salt in it, but it's all and it's pretty because the engine's been upgraded, but it's kind of like a recycled. You see a lot of there's nothing new there. You're not gonna see anything new with it.
Well,
Uh,
that sounds a bit disappointing.
well, I
Yeah, we can
not
go
saying
cry
that
in
I'm
the corner.
biased as shit, but I'm kind of biased as shit.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt.
For the last 10 years.
Guys, I'm
So,
having a lot of trouble with my internet right now. I don't know why. I'm trying to keep it running.
but well, hey, we're carrying out without you, brother.
Yeah, we've had some really interesting conversations when you've been gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you went around and all the good stuff started to be talked about.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Mr.
take a
Python
commercial
here
break
messed up.
anytime now.
Mr. Python messed up where Black Ops 1 was located. Called it the Japanese. Called them the Japanese. It was interesting times.
Don't pick on me, brown guy.
Yeah, I mean,
You
You
know,
dishonor my whole family. Now you must pay. Ha!
All right. I killed my Chrome browser.
so it's funny.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch the live stream on XSplit. I killed my other browser, mate, because every time I was
don't you know by now you can't have your browser up when
well,
streaming?
I usually watch the live stream live as it's happening and monitor it, that way. But forget it.
Yeah.
At least this way, whatever it'll still be live streamed. I don't know what the playback's gonna look like, but let's have fun anyway.
I'm just upset that you missed the best part of the whole thing.
Ah, I know it.
You know?
Yeah, it's like
It's
the
not like
middle.
this happens every day either. Shit.
Not this bad, no.
No, I mean
That is
the
true.
opportunity to talk to
Hey, as
James
long
doesn't
as you didn't
happen.
get your legs chopped off, man, you good, man. We can all call it a good day.
Yeah,
That's
hey,
kind of a base note, isn't it? Everything's good. Listen, bad day, legs chopped off. Good day, everything else.
yeah.
That's my
Damn, is there
Yeah.
a middle in that? Like really? Go
well,
from
I didn't get my legs chopped off today. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not a
What was
bad day
considered a
then.
good day? Getting your hand chopped off?
Nah, getting beat up by a gang of kindergarten kids with katanas.
Wow,
That
that's
that
wow.
that could be a
Well,
bad
I'm
day.
so glad I tuned in today, guys. We're really keeping the intellectual level of this really soaring right now. Again, I'm very proud of our
Oh,
individuals from South Carolina. And where are you from again, Python?
I'm
Texas?
from New York City,
We're in New
New
York City.
York,
We're in New York.
in the Bronx.
I spent 20 years in Manhattan.
20 years. Wow.
Oh, really?
Got out for good behavior, yeah. So then we come here.
That's crazy.
You remember Skyrink in Manhattan? Well,
I'm not haven't really heard of it.
okay, before Chelsea, you're at Chelsea Piers, right?
Yeah,
Okay, the hockey rink there used to be called, it's called Sky Rink at Chelsea Piers. That rink used to be on
yeah.
top of a building on 33rd Street, and I was the director of hockey there for like 5 years.
On
Now,
top of a
What?
building, huh?
Yeah, 16th floor. The hockey
Holy.
rink on the 16th floor of the building.
No,
And
thank
I
you.
hear that you get together
Yeah.
with your buddies on Sundays and play hockey.
yeah, I do. It's so I skate whenever I can. Actually, play hockey 2 or 3 days a week when I can.
That's cool.
No, we're heights
Crazy.
and no, no, thank you. I'm good.
Do you have any kids, James?
No, I don't.
I mean,
I guess
I
with your
would
busy
if you.
schedule and everything, it kind of wouldn't fit in too well right now.
I just hate kids.
Well, there you
I
go.
don't.
Well, damn.
I'll.
I had them. I had them. I just got rid of them. They're
You
buried
left
in the
pretty
backyard
quick.
today. Um,
Ship them off
no,
the dock,
man,
huh?
it's like it never it just having a kid is like it's a major freaking step, and you got to be. Most people have kids by accident. They don't plan on it. They just have a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, got a kid. Nope. Now what do I do?
Yeah.
I've always been big on planning things, and that was never part of my plan. I just
Yeah.
wasn't there.
I'm not real fond of kids either. I don't know. They just seem to be too loud, and I like to have good sleep. I don't want to be woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning by someone
Yeah,
crying.
and diapers. I'm sorry. I just
No,
no
not
I
man.
don't know if it's for me either. Really, I'll be
I
42
guess
this year, and I don't have kids.
if I could have my own kid and he could come out like be 11 to 12 years old, it'd be great. Okay, great. Have a person to talk to, but no, don't put your finger up your ass. No, don't stop that. No, don't lick the power outlet. No, hey, listen, don't. I just no.
Yeah. When
Fine,
they
wait.
run in the fucking road. Go ahead. I can make it quick. It's like
when they get older, like
Somebody
you said, you have a person to talk to. But when they're little, they're just difficult to communicate with.
yeah, I see my friends with kids, and I just shake my head and say, man, good luck. Congratulations on that. Uh, I'm a really great uncle, man. I'm a great, like, for an hour. Oh, hey, okay, here, take them back. Okay, nice to see you.
Yeah.
I'm great
who
like
you
that.
inviting here, huh?
I can't stand kids coming into my house and eating my snacks because then it's World War IV in my hood.
So my
Yeah.
question is, I heard you say something about someone putting their finger up their butt. I've never seen a kid put their finger up their butt, and I would just like to know, have you had that experience? Because
What?
I've
My
never.
finger up a kid's
he
butt? What the fuck are you talking
he
about?
was like
Whoa,
don't lick
Jim,
the
what is this? What kind
Whoa,
of, hey,
Jim!
what is
No, no,
this?
no, no.
no. He was
Dude, come
saying
on. Take it off the chain, man. You can't do that.
don't lick the light socket. Don't put your finger. He's talking to as if having to monitor a kid all the time when they're little.
That's what I mean. I've
Yeah.
never seen a kid put
They're
their
liable to
finger up
do
their butt.
anything. Little kids do
Dude,
any
have you
damn
ever been
thing.
around, you ever around like 2 and 3 year old kids? They stick their fingers everywhere.
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay, that's
Babies putting their whole fist in
Ugh.
their mouth and everything and slobber everywhere and then
Ugh.
chewing their food and it's nasty.
that's disgusting. Ugh, that makes me not want to have kids even more.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ever having kids. I mean, I'll be 42 this year and I haven't had any by now. I don't think I will.
Yeah,
20.
you hit a certain point where you just don't have the energy for it anymore either. Like, it takes a lot of juice, man.
Ugh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm too stingy anyways. I don't want to have to share all my shit with a kid.
Well, at least you can admit it.
Yeah. I just
I
don't
bet a
have
lot of people won't.
I just there's not room.
What you want? You want some food? Leave me alone, will you?
Hire
Go
someone
get
and
a job. You're 5. Come on.
go toss newspapers.
Oh man.
So, um, this redacted. When is that coming out?
It's out now, man. Damn,
Oh,
I'll
it's
tell you.
out right now.
Yeah, it's out. Just go to sergeantfredwoods.com. Here it is right here.
I had no idea it was out right now.
That's it right there.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Uh,
I did. I was under the impression it was coming out later on.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go check it out right now.
Oh shit! A handsome son of a bitch right there. You got
I'm gonna start following you more actively. I want to more familiarize myself more with
Oh
your
my
career and
God!
what's going on. Just not with Call of Duty, but everything outside of that. I want to start following your career and try to keep up with what you're doing as far as your other movies and things you're doing.
Yeah, I got a lot of cool shit coming down the pike, man. I mean, it's funny. I'm one of those guys that you have seen everywhere for the last 4 or 5 years. It's just that you didn't know who I was. I mean, I've been everything from like Burn Notice to General Hospital. I'm on a bunch of commercials. I'm just that guy who's
Yeah,
always around. And now that you've met me, you can see me everywhere. It's hysterical.
yeah.
It's funny.
I'm back.
I mean, you
It
know,
probably has two, to be honest.
One,
No, no,
two.
calm down. Don't hurt yourself.
anyways, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on right now. And the most important thing that you missed me talking about before is that I'm making basically a Black Ops based zombie movie because they're not going to put Woods into a zombie DLC. It's not going to happen. And I hear that when I go to Comic Cons, I go to events. I hear that more than anything else. Is Woods going to be in zombies? Woods should be in fucking zombies, I think.
He
Um,
should. He's a
yeah, Woods should.
badass.
And
Yes,
so
good.
basically, what I've done is I've taken a story out of the comic book series, and I'm making a movie out of it. And I got Rich McDonald on board, and Camar de Reyes, who's of course Menendez. Rich plays Section in Black Ops 2, and a bunch of other guys. So and I was telling him before, it's basically this highly trained special forces team in Vietnam. Massive fire. It's gonna last 5 minutes. It's gonna be unbearable. It's massive firefight. And then when the smoke clears, then
So basically, it's gonna put a Michael Bay movie to shame.
it's gonna be at that level. Just massive incoming.
It
And
sounds like a
then
cool movie.
then
I love
after that,
Vietnam era stuff. I love
then
Vietnam
after it
movies.
opens up, you meet the team, and this guy shows up by helicopter, reassigned to another mission, and then what happens is there is this. I'm not gonna tell you the whole fucking story.
Yeah, don't. So what I'm getting
Anyway,
at is,
Spoiler alert.
I'm definitely gonna make. I'm gonna crowdsource this, and there's gonna be opportunity for people to get involved in very small ways and in very big ways, so that I want this to be an interactive thing. So, and I want yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna really open it up to the community, really up to a
Are
big
you
way.
going to be directing that film?
I am directing it. Yes, I am.
Cool.
I think that's awesome that you're allowing people to get involved in this and that you go on podcasts and stuff because not a lot of people will do that. And I think it just kind of separates you from everyone else too.
I really, even though you're educationally, bereft, I still enjoy your company. You know what bereft means, do you? You have no fucking idea, Pike, what bereft means.
Challenged? Is it like challenged?
You can't even talk anymore. I mean, it's just
Speaking Japanese for Vietnamese.
it's Japanese for Vietnam. Yeah, it's great.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
Oh god.
Anyways, that's I'm gonna make an announcement publicly on Wednesday, and then I'll do a formal thing coming out the YouTube channel on in probably mid-July as to the nature of it, and I'm dealing with there's a lot of things I have to take care of. There's an agency involved, and um, how I fund it will dictate how I get to make it. I may have to do it privately so I can have full control over the story because, I don't want to stick some asshole in there just because, some non-video guy. I
Yeah.
want the cast from Black Ops in it.
Have you
And
ever thought about doing like a Kickstarter or something like that to raise money for it?
we may go that direction. If I do, I'm going to ask you guys' help. I don't know yet. There's a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
things.
we can promote the hell out of it.
Yeah. So, we'll stay in touch. It's again to be. there'll be a big announcement coming up. But the fun part is it's going to be a non-zombies. It's going to be Black Ops. It's going to be Woods being a badass in Vietnam.
I think it's a really good twist you're putting on it. I think it's really cool. Vietnam stories always sell pretty well. Myself, I love Vietnam era stuff, and zombies is like huge right now. Just about anything zombies is popular, and
What's great? What's great is I've got an angle that makes the zombies takes it less out of the world of fantasy, more into a, oh yeah, that might have happened. So there's going to be a blurred line between historically accurate and because there's a few incidences in Vietnam. I've done a shitload of research when I was preparing Woods, and there's some weird shit happened in Vietnam, and a lot of geopolitical things happened that people don't know about. So we're going to incorporate. The redacted the comic book is all about the geopolitical implications and elements of the Vietnam conflict. I mean, it's about mining rights. It's about oil. It wasn't about freedom for the South Vietnamese. It's about who controlled the mining rights in the highlands. But that's something else. Did I go too fast for you, Python? You okay?
Nah, man, I'm alright.
You good? You still you with us? Anyways, so
I'm
that
good.
the first episode of the comic book takes is about the Gulf of Tonkin. Python, explain the Gulf of Tonkin. Why is it relevant?
Wait,
Attaboy.
what?
Where the fuck do you guys go to school? I mean, seriously. Seriously.
Wow.
Gulf of Tonkin is like one of the most, this, anyways, you got Wikipedia. Even that's full of shit. Wikipedia is so long.
Yeah.
Google is your best friend.
Yeah, Wikipedia. It's morons uploading moronic stuff about morons. It's just crazy. It's not to read Wikipedia. Really?
I tried to find you on Wikipedia, and I could not find a Wikipedia page for you. I found a Wikia or some other type of page that did give a lot of information, but I didn't find a Wikipedia page.
That's
Um,
probably on purpose.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what people start writing about me. Yeah, well, he's only 5'1", you know. He's like a dwarf.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I saw him at the opening of this, and he looks like a dwarf.
I want to, I want to see someone do a Wikipedia about it. Now I'm curious as to what people would write.
Go ahead, man. Knock yourself
Yeah.
out. Knock
it's
yourself out.
it's all
Well, you're opening
James
up
C.
a can
Burns
of
says that
worms.
he's a dwarf. Burns says he's actually a dwarf, and he.
Yeah, I'm gonna link this video and say, yeah, he admitted he was a dwarf.
Tom.
Woods is a dwarf.
At least though, you'd be taller than Tom Cruise.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah, that's right.
Shots fired.
Low
Shots
blow.
fired.
Right! Oh!
oops. So it seems like this non zombies. What's cool about it is there's a lot of zombie movies coming out right now, and a lot of them are just kind of like gimmicky, just doing the same old thing that zombie movies do. This non zombies seems like it's taking a different direction, so I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be really
Well, he
badass.
said he thought it was going to be like, people would see it as something that, yeah, that could possibly happen, and that's going to make it interesting.
But on the back of the DVD case or whatever, you should put a warning on it that says, "Don't take no LSD before watching this movie."
Also, don't mistake them for Japanese people.
Oh! Oh! Python, you just.
Y'all are gonna run
Oh,
this to the ground, dude.
Oh
that's
God.
just all good.
I got a question. How are you wearing a sweatshirt right now? Is that a sweatshirt or is that a shirt? Just a regular
Sure.
shirt. I was gonna say because where I'm at in California, it's like 102 right now. It's hot.
Look, where I'm at in California, it's like
Oh
16
shit.
degrees. Where are you in California?
Near Fresno
Yeah,
area.
you're way up there in the Panhandle. This
Yeah,
is
it's
LA, man. We're not far from the water. It's like 68, 70 degrees right now.
yeah. I can't stand it here. It's ridiculously hot.
Fresno's tough, baby. I've been through Fresno. I worked in Fresno. It's tough up there.
It is. There's a lot of gangs here too. Makes it interesting, I guess. I don't see
Yeah,
those having a hard time here though.
It's
Seems like they're
beautiful
not.
in California. I spent a week there a couple of years ago in the summer around Huntington Beach, and it's beautiful there. I want to go back.
It is.
When I left there, I was seriously thinking about I'm just going to do whatever I can to actually move here, but moving there is not feasible for me right
I
now.
think a
But
lot of people want to move to
maybe
California. That's where
someday.
they go.
I
Yeah,
just really enjoyed the weather. You know, the weather was really nice. Scenery is beautiful, and all the people that I ran into were really nice and friendly.
if you're in the right place,
But
that
that's
all makes
but
sense.
that's true wherever you go. It's the whole planet's like that, man. It's like everywhere you go. It depends on what you bring with you. You know, you have an experience in a place. There's no saying you leave with what you brought in. So if you walk into a situation positive and you bring a good a good vibe to it, you're gonna have a good experience. You walk in looking for shit, you're gonna find shit. Look, that's the thing about. I had some great conversation with an interview not long ago. Someone's like, Woods is a very popular character. Why do I think he's a character? And I said, he's popular. And I said, well, because the obvious thing for me is like, I designed him to be the eternal optimist. No matter what happens, Woods is looking for an opportunity. No matter how bad the situation, he's trying to find opportunity. That makes people feel positive.
Hmm.
That gives you hope. That makes you feel forward movement. And when he yells at you, it's never about diminishing you or calling you, breaking you down. It's like, hey, move your ass because he believes in you. He knows that you can do the job. Get it done. I know you can do it. Now fucking move. It's more about.
So basically, like Frank Woods is like the Joe Swanson of the Call of Duty series.
What's a Joe Swanson? I have no idea what the fuck that is.
I have no idea either.
Is that a bacon company? Swanson? Swanson?
No, it's a character from off the show Family Guy.
From what?
It's a
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
I don't watch Family Guy. See, I have a life, and I don't watch. See, damn it, I have a life. So
I haven't never met one without a life.
Wow.
Oh man.
He's too busy.
Yeah, right. Too busy doing awesome things. But I like Woods because he's like you said, he's an opportunist, and you never have to worry about not getting out of a situation because he can always get out of situations.
yeah, he sees opportunity everywhere, and that's kind of an ethos I incorporate in my own personal life. Like when I look back at when I was in my younger days, and the only thing I walk away in retrospect is that wow, all these great things are right in front of me, but I never took the time to look at it. Like, wow, I don't know, this town sucks. And then I look back and say, wow, I grew up in a really cool place. I just never took the time to see the opportunities that were all around me, the things that I could do. It's like it's all about what I couldn't do. Oh, I can't do this, or we can't do that. But yet, when you get negative, you miss 100% of what's available to you, and that's kind of a theme I hear a lot from people. Like they're really unhappy where they are, but wow, if you really investigate what's in front of you, what's available to you, there's a lot of opportunity. No
I feel
matter
like
where
there's
you go.
always there's
Kind of
always
like
something that you
from
can do that's positive about life
Yeah,
in
there's
general.
always an opportunity. Even if it's shitty, you can turn that into a positive. I mean, it takes a lot of self-discipline, mental discipline, but it's always there, and it's always there.
Yeah, I agree
kind of
100%.
like from the outside looking in. You know, you get a
Yeah,
different
all the
perspective on it.
above, all the above.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what? Hold on a second. Let me check this real quick. I had.
Has it grown? Or is this the last time we saw it? Is it bigger? I mean, I hope so. If you're looking at it like that.
No, that's not what I was checking.
What
I had
topics did you have, Jared?
I had some random stuff. E3 was on one of them. Um, you guys been hearing about this Xbox One stuff that's been going around lately?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I've
what?
been
There's
hearing
some
that.
new rumors or something about it?
No,
Because Xbox actually confirmed
the
that 24/7 internet connection once a day thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not like 24/7. It's just once every
Yeah,
24 hours.
Yeah,
once
that's
a
fine.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some stuff about used games, which I don't know. I think people are getting too upset over some little stuff. Really, be positive, people. Be positive. Take it from Woods. Be positive.
James, will you have a chance to go to E3?
Where the fuck you been? I mean, We just talked about this for 20 minutes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
probably when my internet was down.
was he not here for this?
Yeah, I probably
Oh,
wasn't.
see,
You guys don't have to recap the whole thing for me. I just my internet was down.
yeah, I'm gonna be a guest of Turtle. Is it Turtle Bay or Turtle Beach? The
Turtle
guy.
Beach.
Hang on a second. Hang on, right back. Hang on. Yeah, these right here. They make these.
Okay.
Turtle Beach. Yep.
Yeah, Turtle
Yeah.
Turtle Beach. So I'll be a guest at Turtle Beach. We're doing a panel with Keith Aram, who is he's the audio director for Black Ops and for a lot of games. He's a beast. He has a recording studio called PC Feed. Whenever you do a true voiceover gig, you go over there. We shoot the everything else. We shoot live action at House of Moves, but for all the battle chatter and that shit, we do it over at PCB. So basically, we're doing a panel on heroes and villains in video games and how the performance affects, how the performance technology affects that. So that's 11 a.m. on Wednesday. We're doing a panel at the E3. Then I'm going to do a walk around with my camera, just shit on everything that needs to be shit on.
Will you
And
put it on your YouTube channel?
yeah, I'll be plugging them. It'll be on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And it's that's what's going on for the E3. So
Okay.
I don't know what to expect from Activision. They really haven't put me in the loop this year because I'm not part of Infinity Ward. I'm really not very graceful when they deal with Infinity Ward. As soon as I say they suck, but I shouldn't say that because that's not true. Is it? It's not true. I mean, I don't think they're as good as Treyarch, but they don't suck. Um, I mean, they might suck, but that's their business, not mine. I'm all for games, and I think that it's okay to love who you love. So that's good.
That's interesting. So what made obviously, you don't like Infinity Ward maybe because you're biased with Treyarch, but is there like a reason behind that? Is there like a flaw?
I just think that they I think they could put more effort into the narrative. I think they really they make it a target shooting game as opposed to a real depth. I enjoy narrative, and I'm spoiled, man. Come on,
Oh,
Call of
I
Duty
love
Black Ops.
narrative too.
Call of Duty Black Ops is the Rolls Royce of video games. And I'm biased out, but bottom line is, it's the Rolls Royce. From the nuts to soup, nuts to bolts. It's a gives you the whole package. It gives you a great multiplayer experience and the narratives. If you want to spend time with the game itself, the narrative, the campaign, yeah, it's endless. I mean, even Black Ops One, you can go back and find new things in there right now because you've been playing it for 3 years, and that's by design. That's comes down from a guy named Dave Anthony, who is the owner and studio head for Treyarch. He's adamant at telling compelling and story a compelling story. That's his thing. He wants to be a story you care about. He wants characters that you can care about that you want to be connected to. And I think that's just where Infinity Ward falls off. They don't really create a scenario for you to be invested in the characters. I mean, yeah, they have snappy one-liners and that, but you don't get a connection to the characters as people you want to know, as people you want to be connected to. And that's my experience with it.
The, I see it as like Black Ops 2, I think the storyline and the way they did it with your decisions change the outcome and all that stuff is really awesome. And I do love the storyline for Black Ops 2, and I feel like it's really
Yeah.
twists and turns and stuff like that.
I'm playing it
I
now.
like stuff like that, like when you think you're shooting Menendez and you're not, stuff like that is pretty cool, and I'm glad that they do stuff like that. And you don't really see Infinity Ward do stuff like that. The only character that I've ever been emotionally attached to in an Infinity Ward game was probably Ghost, and that's about it.
Yeah,
But
because
Black
they did
Ops
him wrong, man. They fucking shot him in the dick.
burned them alive too. Whereas Black Ops, I wanted Menendez to die, and I wanted to see Booker live, and that whole thing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
And that's not by accident. That's just designed that way. It's designed to have that impact. It's calculated to create this emotional response in the viewers. there's anything with real life, with real scenarios, with real, emotional responses to situations.
Yeah, I won't play a campaign if I don't get emotionally involved, and I'm just like, okay, I could just go play multiplayer if I want to shoot something.
Exactly, exactly,
So
Yeah,
exactly.
I usually don't play it unless I get emotionally involved
I
or
feel the
if the
same way.
storyline just doesn't work
Yeah.
for me.
Each
Yeah,
time I
because
buy a game, the first thing I want to do is play the campaign, and that's one thing that I look forward to. I'm a multiplayer gamer, but the first thing I do is to familiarize myself with the game is play the campaign first, and I look forward to being absorbed in it.
Yeah.
Where I kind of get a sense that I'm there, I'm part of the game, and that's the most fun part for me.
Yeah, and I like how Black Ops 2 actually gives you choices on like how to shift how the story goes and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know. The outcome of mine was I didn't shoot the I didn't shoot Menendez or quote unquote Menendez in the head. I shot him in the legs, and it was like a family reunion at the end, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just shot him in the head and I was like, fuck it, YOLO.
I just had a bad feeling about it. It just didn't seem it seemed too easy. Like this is too
Yeah,
easy. There's no
because
way that that's
I thought it was something fishy on how who it was who it was who it was that you was escorting and then betrayed you at the end. I forgot who it
Uh,
was.
was supposed to be Menendez. That was
yeah.
with the bag over his head.
Yeah,
Noriega.
pretty much.
Noriega was
Yeah, Noriega, that's who it
supposed to
was.
give up Menendez. He betrayed us. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
knew
was.
something was fishy when, because in my mind I was thinking that is way too easy to just shoot him right there and be done with it. Like that's way
yeah,
too easy.
yeah.
It was a really good ending though. I
Yeah,
liked it.
I mean, again, we actually had 8 endings originally, but
That's a
in the
lot.
yeah, actually, I might again, you guys should hang around my YouTube channel. I put some really cool shit up.
I
I've
subscribed
got
the other day. I'm going to be following it more closely.
I'm going to be posting up an ending that never made it to the game. I had the live version of it, but it never made it to the end of the game. Um, and we did had 8 original endings, and then we knocked it down to 5, and then we had to get down to 3. Only because there's just no way to get all 5 um, sort of circuits together. Because it's just too complicated for the amount of data that we basically had. Because every time you make a shift in the story, you got to change the whole story,
Yeah,
and
it's not
all
just one simple thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
I can
all these
imagine that'd be really complicated.
it's just got to tie together, and it was too hard to do, so we had to scrap a couple of the endings. The first 8, I've got all 8. Actually, I have a whole script of it, and one of the incentives when we do our crowdsourcing, I got an actual the original script of Black Ops 1 and 2 that I'm going to put up as a sort of as a prize.
So there's three endings to that because I only know of two.
Yeah, 3 endings. The first one is you. I end up dead, and the world goes to hell, and Menendez wins, basically.
Oh, I never
Uh,
saw that ending.
yeah. To get that one,
You gotta screw up royally, I'm
no,
guessing.
no, you shoot Mason in the head. You don't save Karma, and you don't kill Menendez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
So
so,
basically, you gotta play like an asshole who wants to see the world burn.
or just play like you suck at it, like you have no skill at all.
I guarantee
No
you a lot of
moral
people have done
compass.
that.
Yeah, no, it's probably the most common ending. And then the second ending, of course, is when you get to you rescue Woods is alive, but you 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 kill Menendez, and you get the second ending, which is basically you kill Menendez and you stop the invasion, but then the worm takes over the planet, the Solarian worm. And of course, Karma's dead. No one knows how to stop it. And of course, the last one is you save Karma, and you kill Mason, and you keep Menendez alive, and you get the best ending. So basically, the best ending when you hear Wood say, "Nurse Batchet, where are my smokes?"
Yeah, I got that ending. Well, is that the one where he burns himself alive over his sister's grave, Menendez.
No, that's the second ending.
Oh, that's the one I got then, because I watched him burn himself alive over it. I'm gonna play it
You know
again.
what? I'm gonna have to play the storyline again just to freaking see.
Yeah, 'cause it's been a while since I played it. I need to do that myself.
Well, actually, again, if you want to just fucking skip all that, go to the YouTube channel. I've
All
put it up
right.
as the movie.
Can you guys just post a link to it in
I will.
the chat?
I've
Now,
in
it's a nine-part series. Basically, it condenses the game for you in about an hour and 35 minutes. So
okay,
basically, yeah, you just go through it. It just says the game with one ending, and I'll be posting other endings as soon as I I edit the
okay.
video. Because for the
That
ending, well,
sounds like a good hour, maybe 2 hours that I can spend wasting my time doing something cool.
Yeah,
and you can still eat Cheetos and drink Dr. Pepper. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
I put a link, and I did put a link to everybody's YouTube channels and Twitters in the live stream. So if
All right.
anybody,
How many views we got, Motor Man?
I'm not watching it. I'm afraid
Oh
to.
yeah,
I don't want to
I
fuck
forgot.
up my internet connection.
Don't have him open that browser.
Yeah, I'm doing good, just the way it is right now.
So I just want to know what is it like? Because I've seen you do the videos where you show the live action where you guys are doing that stuff. What's it like to do that? Because I didn't even know that's what you guys did until you posted the videos on it. I thought it was just simply just computerized stuff.
Yeah, most people do. I mean, most people don't realize that everything you see is live action. It's actually happening. It's
When you
actually
wear the
happening.
suit.
Like everything you see, it's happening in a room someplace. It's live action.
That's awesome.
I've seen videos where you guys have the suit on and it's got all the sensors and everything, and you got all those cameras, like just hundreds of cameras around the room, right? That are picking up on those little sensors.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing technology.
Basically what that is those little dots, they reflect infrared. And the computer sees us as a mannequin of white dots. It moves like you, sounds like you, it has all your facial features on it. And then an animator, they spend hours just kind of painting all that in, and then they create an environment, they drop that in. The difference is this. The difference is, when you make a film, it's all live action, so it's all happening in a room somewhere. But when you capture it on film, it's a flat surface that has depth. When you capture it in infrared in a volume, it actually you capture every possible angle all at once. So like you can walk around and look at the back of its head, the whole room. So you have a 3D picture of the character as opposed to this flat one-dimensional angle. You do multiple angles to shoot it that way. This way you capture every possible angle all at once,
Yeah,
which
really
gives you
makes the characters come alive.
yeah, it gives you a lot of dexterity for your editing. So you can do a lot of things with it.
Yeah,
And it makes you
Oh,
feel
but
as
by the way, guys, you have three people watching. I just checked.
just three.
yeah, I'm not on there.
Just three.
Hmm.
So I'm
Well,
Just
killing
three.
it today, guys.
that's all right. We're having a good show.
I'm killing your average, guys. I'm fucking it up big time.
People are. I think people are probably not tuned in because they didn't. I don't know. They're probably thinking it's going to be our ordinary show we normally have, and then over the course of a week it'll get probably hundreds of views. But I think people are going to be upset with themselves that they missed out. They
Oh,
they
by the way,
missed out.
Python, three
Yeah.
is two plus one. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Three is between two and
Trust me,
four.
I suck at
Okay.
math. I would have noticed that.
One plus one and one is three.
Wow.
I still want you to fall behind here. No child left behind, Python. No child left behind.
Hey James,
Trust me, I don't know how I made it through high school.
I watched your interview yesterday that you had done with Forbes. I don't know how long ago it was. I think it was late last year. You did an interview with Forbes, and you were talking about how you originally were a cast for the Black Ops as you were hired like as a stuntman. Is that correct? Have I got that?
No, they fucked that up. Forbes, they're fucking idiots. Um, no, they said that I was. I was brought in because they're testing this new technology for performance capture. They'd never done it before. Before, prior to Woods, all performances were done. They may have like 9 or 10 stuntmen doing the motion capture. Then they have a voiceover guy who in the box. Would have a guy come in and do facial capture. So you have like three. You could have 15 people doing one character, which makes the characters very clunky because it wasn't
Uh-huh.
cohesive. So they wanted Adam Rosas. They wanted to change the game and have a narrative that's more compelling. And they had this Woods character, and so they're doing a testing. And they had 3 levels. A guy named Frank Barnes was the original name for the
Right,
character.
right. I remember. Yes.
So they're looking for a guy who had extensive weapons training, stunt training, and was an actor because most stunt guys aren't very good actors. No diss, but just
Yeah.
facts. So the guy who was casting it knew me from a job I did called September 12th, and it's the same thing. It was a military role as a colonel. I got a lot of weapons training, a lot of stunt training, so I was the right guy in the right place, right time. And so we spent 3 months developing this technique, developing the technology, shooting this stuff for the green lights. Basically, you have to submit your ideas to Activision, and they can go green light whether it works or not. So I was that guy. They shot all these 3 different levels, none of which made the game. And then I left. Like it was December 11th or 12th, and I became good friends with these guys at Treyarch. But come February, I hadn't heard from them. They're casting, and I saw the casting notice. And in the casting notice, they have my exact description to the T, describing me. What the fuck, you know? And they kept bringing out because they really wanted a celebrity to play Woods, but they kept bringing him in, and they would show him my tape. Okay, can you walk like this guy? But can you make your voice sound like his? Now, can you do it like he does? See how he holds the gun? And it got to the point where finally Dave Anderson says, "What the fuck? Just hire the guy on the tape."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That's
doesn't make any
they're,
sense.
they're
Yeah.
getting all these guys. They're getting pissed off because they have their own ideas. So they finally say, "Okay." Plus they got me cheap, so they figured, you know what? Give it to the
But
lowest bidder.
it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to try and make other people like you when you could have just played the role. I mean,
Well,
Right.
they just thought that, wow, look how good it is with this guy who nobody knows. Imagine if we got a famous person in here to do it, how good it'd be.
And
That's
you
exactly
ended up being the full package of exactly what they needed.
yeah. But they so
Yeah.
finally they figured it out that I was their guy. So the rest is history.
Funny how things work out.
Or
Yeah.
don't work out.
uh,
You know.
yeah, that's true too. By the way, I just bought a redacted, just so I let you know that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good for you. Where do you live?
I live in Hanford, California.
Yeah. So the company that ships it is in Vancouver. So you should probably be about 2 weeks before it comes on to you.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh
Cool.
fuck! I wish I have to get some signed copies out to you guys. I don't have any. Maybe I'll try to get up there. I may go to Vancouver just to sign a shitload of them, get them signed out to Tim Snuppy. But hey, I will be at the Hartford Comic Con on July 12th and 16th. Just in case any of you guys watching this are back east, I will be there, and I will have comic books for sale. So
Do you go to like PAX Prime and stuff like that?
if I get invited, I mean, again, it's about getting invitations. I do as many of these events as I can, but a lot of times it's about getting an invitation to it.
Yeah, I'm going for the first time this year. I'm not sure what to expect as far as
Right.
like that goes.
Yeah.
I'm going to that and the GameStop Expo in Las Vegas this year. So both of those should be.
When is that? Why aren't I invited to that?
That is August 28th.
Why the fuck don't I know about that? Jesus.
You need to call your
I have no
agent.
idea.
I don't have an agent. That's the problem. I need an agent. Wait, can you send me some information on that?
I have a link to the page right now, so I'll go
Can you
ahead and
send that to me? Because that's something I should go. Because me and GameStop go way back, man. I don't know what they, but whatever.
yeah.
Somebody dropped the ball on that one. They need to have you out there, man.
Yeah, right. I think so. God damn it.
I
Yeah.
went ahead and put the link in the group chat if you want to check that out. I mean, it seems like it's only a 1 day thing, but it seems like it should be pretty fun. Last year, at the GameStop Expo, they did some Black Ops 2 multiplayer. You could play that, so should be pretty fun.
Have you
And
brushed up on any of your gaming skills, James?
No, if you know anything about me, you know I have like zero gaming
I,
experience.
I, I know I watched the one interview you did with a young lady at some type of a gaming deal, and you were commenting that you weren't very good. I was just wondering if you had brushed
Yeah.
up on your skills any.
In all honesty, I don't even know on an Xbox, so I wouldn't know how to get a game started. Seriously, I have no competency whatsoever in this game, and I have no time to learn. I mean, that's bottom line is you got to spend time with the controller in your hands, and I don't have that kind of
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, Woods is such a badass. For him to suck at the game he's in,
Not good.
that's not going to happen, guys.
Yeah.
At least I have plausible deniability. I can say I'm just, I'm being clandestine and shit about it. But
Yeah.
no, I'm not. No,
Well,
You can
that's
just say I'm awesome at the game. I just don't have time for it.
see, I could do that. I could do that, but I won't.
Or if you play online and you do bad in a multiplayer game, you just say, hey, you might be picking on me, calling me a noob, but hey, I played Frank Woods in the game. He's bad.
Yeah.
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 What's up? What's
That
up?
was
That's fucking lame. That's fucking lame. No, no. I really say, hey, guess what? No, no, I'm not gonna. You'll never get me in a fight, so you never know what I can really do. That's all there is to it.
I feel like you
The
say that and
mystery remains that way.
you'd have a million messages on your Xbox, people talking shit to you. So I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's a no go. And
yeah.
you think Python's bad? Wait till you start seeing little kids on Xbox playing
Oh,
Xbox Live.
dude, I've been there. Trust me. Python's a genius compared to these fucking idiots I run across.
God damn.
Python, you're taking a beating today, brother. I'm sorry, man.
It all started with the
You are the
Japanese thing.
anvil, dude. You are the freaking anvil.
It, if you could have just not said anything about Japanese, probably wouldn't
Oh,
even be.
I just needed to hear his voice. Like I just wanted him to do that one exact voice.
You
Well,
know,
you paid for it.
with the Japanese guy. Yeah, that's the Japanese guy. Japanese guy.
Oh, wait.
Morning, man, you weren't here for this, huh?
No, I don't think so.
So
I think I may have caught the tail end of things.
what happened was he said, "I want to hear you do the voice that you do when you're sitting down at the table with the Japanese people,"
Uh-huh.
and it just blew up from there because they're Vietnamese, and he said Japanese, and then he said
Oh.
Korean, and he just had no idea what he was talking about, and
Oh.
it just
Yeah,
seemed
some
so
some
overwhelming.
Asian folks would be really mad about that. They'd be like, "That's not even the right geographical location."
Yeah,
That's like,
they'd probably say a little more Asian and a little more pissed off.
yeah,
But I think
yeah,
Phoenix did a good pissed off Asian earlier.
Oh, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great. Guys, you're digging a much deeper hole than already exists. I'd stop right now.
yeah,
yeah. I don't
That
want to
would
be the.
I'd stop, okay? The hole's deep enough. You don't need to go any deeper.
yeah,
let's.
Drag my ass with you. So it's like,
yeah,
No, we don't want to do that. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Python, it's okay. It's not like you're gonna get that much into it.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's not. It's not
Watch
that.
it.
Yeah, it's not like there's gonna be hundreds of people watch this over the next few days.
oh, they might.
They
Oh
will.
Yeah,
damn.
they will.
It's not
James,
like
is there any chance of having you back on the show at some point in time?
No fucking way. After this performance, are you kidding me? Yeah, definitely. We'll talk later. Actually, just because, like I said, you guys, I'm probably gonna try to open my the non-zombies up to give opportunities to the community to participate in it. So I'd like to sort of run that through you guys. Just you know
Yeah, yeah,
put out to
absolutely.
your friends and stuff.
Hey, I
that'd
want
be
to help
awesome.
out.
That'd be
I would,
awesome.
I would definitely do whatever. And like I
Yeah,
said, a Kickstarter might be a really good thing to do. I feel like a lot of people would get involved in that a lot. Like I've seen people get involved in Kickstarters that would just be like some simple little bullshit thing. So the fact that it'd be a zombie movie and a Vietnam movie and
And it's
a woods
kind
movie,
of
man, that's
yeah.
number
connected to
one
the
seller
Call of
right
Duty
there.
series. That kind of
Well, he's
blow
going
up.
to have meetings with lots of folks and kind of see, what direction everything is going to go in. So probably still a
Yeah,
lot of
just
work to
let
do on
me
it yet.
know.
But
I'll
I'm
be
going
happy
to
to help.
be following your YouTube channel, and of course I'm following you on Twitter now, and so I'm going to try to keep up to speed on everything that's going on with you.
good.
Yeah.
We just recently did a total channel revamp of the Next Gamer Network YouTube channel, and we deleted all of our videos and just started over because we just kind of had a bunch of random videos on there, and so we started over our podcast series. We ended at 23 and started over back at 1, and we've got I think 4 regular series that we're doing each week now, and trying to kind of rebuild our YouTube channel and stuff. And definitely, this is
Try the
a good way to start off a new season for the podcast.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
What's that?
Jared, did we cover all those topics and stuff that you had?
I have some more, but I'm not too sure about them. I mean, no one wants to talk about Halo. No
Yeah,
one wants to
I
talk
don't
about
think I don't
Minecraft.
think that'd be good for today's podcast.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I think what we've been talking about has been perfect actually. You know, we
Yeah,
try to cater to the guests we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Cater.
nice, you know.
I love catering. It's great.
No, it's nice. You're technically our first official guest, not like just other YouTubers.
Well,
So
yeah. Other than just YouTubers, yeah, and
yeah.
we're really thankful that you were able to come on the show today. It's really awesome.
Yeah, wait till you get the bill. Come on.
Huh?
Oh
Okay, never
man.
mind. Well, all right. See you later. Bye.
For a moment, there's deathly silence, just for a moment, just for a moment.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going back reviewing my messages. Like, did he say something about money?
Like $20,000.
Like, holy shit, I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah.
So that's
Maybe someday when we're in the position to do something like that, but
yeah.
this is
All
we're
right,
still we're
guys,
still
listen.
such a little bitty fish in a big sea right now in YouTube.
Guys, stop sweating that. I'm fucking with you. Relax.
You seem to do that a lot. Fuck with people all the time.
I guess it's that
I
trade
love his
off.
sense of humor though.
Only when he make it easy for me. I mean, you throw me these softballs. I'm supposed to ignore these things, you know?
Making it too easy
He's
for
playing
me.
hardball. He's playing
So,
hardball with us fellas.
how can we make it harder for you? Smoke. Never mind. Never
Seriously?
mind.
How can you make it
Oh
harder?
man.
Dude, you're not even my type, man. Not even my type. Forget about gender. You're not even my type, dude. What the fuck? You guys are gonna work on your nuclear skills a little bit.
No homo. No
Make
homo.
it harder for me?
Oh man,
That
see now you
One
had him
size
in a
screw
fuck
up
up,
you guys,
Jared.
that definitely went. That never mind. I'm just gonna
man.
stop.
Yeah. Quit while you're ahead, brother. Quit while you're ahead.
I'm just. That did not come out the way I wanted it to.
No, you can't. Really.
Hey, in this group here, you better be careful what you say because it's gonna get twisted. It's gonna get twisted real quick if you're not careful.
I'm just gonna shut up because
Especially if I'm listening to it.
I'm just gonna shut up because it did not go well. It did not go well.
that's that's what she said.
Phoenix, I don't understand why you're laughing so much about it.
James, do you have any offers to get involved in any other video games in the future?
In all honesty, where do I go from here? I mean, this is the biggest franchise of all. This is the Rolls Royce
Right.
of video games. What
It
am I
would
gonna do next?
it would
You
be
know what I mean?
if it would be it would be hard to top this one. That's for sure.
And
I
you
don't
know,
honestly. I don't want to see your character, not necessarily your character, but obviously you in another game. They're gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be you, and it's like it wouldn't be the same. You know, just be like them copying Woods but without doing it. And
Yeah.
that would
yeah, I
suck.
mean,
Yeah.
It I don't
Woods
know.
is
It
so
it
Woods
it
is
might.
so definable. You know, he's so defined. He's so iconic. Like, where are you gonna put this Woods? You know, the personality kind of. It's like we're not too far apart, me and Woods. You know, so where are you gonna put that? How else are you gonna use that? Where you know?
Yeah.
There's really no way to do it.
It might be best just to end it there, I guess. As far
Yeah.
as the character and everything. I
I
mean,
don't want to just.
I know that there's
I,
gonna always gonna be doors opening for you and your career and everything, but just I guess maybe as far as the video game part of it goes. Um,
I'm not a voiceover guy, and there's a couple guys out there who are great at voiceovers. They're like rubber; they can do 8 or 9 different voices. I'm an actor. This is what I do. This is the character I play,
uh-huh.
and I'm not a voice actor. That's not what I. Guys go into the booth and they can do all kinds of gymnastics with their voice. I don't. That's not my thing.
Yeah,
So
that
some
makes
people have
sense.
really. The next step is hopefully Activision makes a woods centric video for Black Ops. Like hopefully go back to Korea or something and do something that would really makes it a wood centric. I think Woods would be a great central character to build the whole game around. I just think that would be
Definitely.
fun.
Yeah,
Like,
So we'll
I don't
see. But
know.
we'll see.
maybe a spin-off or something from Call of Duty, but with the same company.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows what they got up their sleeve? I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
said before, there's a very big change happening with Treyarch right now, a massive change that will impact everything that happens from here on in. A massive change. I can't. I'm
Boy,
not.
if
There's,
that didn't get my attention, I don't know what will.
I
Yeah.
can't. I can't speak on it now because
Yeah, yeah, I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
we
it's like.
understand.
But there is a huge. It's life altering. It's happening right now, and I can't even. I was just over there before I went to Afghanistan, and it's massive. It reflects the entire building. I mean, everything's changed over there.
Oh, that's cool.
So whether it's better or worse, it's yet to be seen. But as soon as I'm cleared to talk about it, I'll talk about it
Okay.
because a lot of
Yeah.
things happen. Predicting the future is going to be nearly impossible at this point.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Hopefully it'll be something really good, and you'll have involvement in it, and it'll turn out really good. That's
I'm
awesome.
hoping so. I'm hoping so.
Like, even in Black Ops 2, I think Woods is still the main character. Like, even if he's not technically the main character, he still feels like the main character.
Well, it's his point of view he's telling the story. It's all done from his point of view. So yeah, he's still this he's still the centralized character of it all. But I would like to see him like in a more playable fashion. I like to see him in a more there's a lot of opportunities with Woods to expand on that. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
playing as Woods would be pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be extremely amazing. And I just have to know some of the cool catchy lines that Woods says. Did you make some of those up? Because I have a feeling that you did.
Most of them, yeah.
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 Most
The nom comment wasn't it? This is nom baby. That was ad libbed by you, right?
yeah, that take was actually funny because we didn't I wasn't getting good direction right away and we kind of added that thing at the end of the day, so I was kind of tired and cranky, and I wasn't sure what the fuck was going on, and so I was being a smart ass and just like saying quick hammered shit, and I had something else to say, and I said, "Listen, I'm counting for shit." I said, "Nah, baby, I'm just fucking around." It got me.
And then it's like, yeah, let's go with that. Hell yeah.
Same thing happened with that in Black Ops 2 when it's like hey dipshit, get me a soda. None of that, get for the nurse's stacks. None of that diet crap. That was all in fun too.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome
Oh
though.
Hell
And
yeah.
I think
And the
that adds
one
another
that
element to it.
and the two that really stuck, they were really the funniest ones was the very end when David and his dad meet together, and they go, "All right, like a couple of fucking rods. I need a smoke. Nurse Batshit, where are my smokes?" That was
hey man, look, you don't have your ability to walk again, but at least you have your nicotine.
there you go, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
diet soda, no diet soda. So
Yeah,
yeah,
badass on a wheelchair.
but yeah, I have a whole video on that too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you that even though at that point the character is in a wheelchair, I still feel like he could kick somebody's ass.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
You're like, you
actually
don't want to fuck with that dude.
there's actually an an ending that didn't make it into the game, that where yet Woods had to fight with somebody at the end. Oh man
That would have
Woods,
been awesome.
yeah, he takes the guy
Yeah.
out. It doesn't end well, but oh man Woods goes down swinging. I made
Uh,
sure that he Woods was not going out like pussy, that's for sure.
no, you can't have Woods go out by just getting destroyed. He's gotta do something.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome. So is there a particular reason besides the fact that they couldn't tie in these endings and they weren't in there? Because
It
that
just
ending,
said it just said it was. There's no way to get the the trail that led to that ending was too complicated. They because it wouldn't match up with other things going on in the game, and they couldn't. It was just too. It was just not enough time to integrate more than three endings. To make it integrated work, have the engine support all the different pathways. It just wouldn't work. So they needed to push it down.
well, I think they did great with what they had and how it ended up anyway. But
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen Woods kick somebody's ass at the end. That would have been pretty fun. I would have liked to see him kick Menendez's ass at the end. I want to
He
see
was
Woods
fun.
kill him.
He was. There was a couple good endings there. There's a couple that were allowed him to be more heroic, but it is. But yeah, it all worked out well. There's so much shit that didn't make it into the game. So much stuff that is not there.
I
They
can
did
imagine.
well. I mean, it could have been a lot longer than it is, and I think they did a good job of making it short and interesting.
Most definitely on that.
Well, you have. I mean, a lot of people don't understand that the disk space that they have is very, very limited compared
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
like the PS3 or the Blu-ray. The 360's disk space is like super, super limited. I honestly don't know how they got it on there to begin with, because it's what seems like a big campaign with all the different pathways and stuff like that to choose. Zombies is huge, of course, and then multiplayer. So I really don't understand how they got it on there to begin with.
They use black magic.
Something I don't know. That's okay. Okay, Phoenix. Let's.
His randomness.
Where did that come from? Honestly, like,
Half the time, I don't even know, to be honest.
wow.
I like to make life interesting.
So fellas, we start one. I gotta get to work here. It's
Okay.
4:30. So
Okay.
you got like 5 minutes. Just wind this up a little bit, okay?
Yeah. Well, we can go ahead and prepare to shut her down if you need to get going. I certainly don't want to keep you tied up any longer.
No, it was just great having you on to begin with. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a pleasure. And
You guys were a blast, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sure was.
we'll keep in touch with you, and hopefully sometime in the future we can get together again and
You didn't
catch
have to
up with
find
you.
me. We'll do it again. You didn't have to find me.
everyone go by Redacted.
Oh,
How
I'm
about that?
I'm gonna definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, I will.
I can't wait for mine to get here so I can check it out. Seems legit.
Okay, fellas, listen. Good talking to you, and stay in touch, all right?
All right.
Okay,
All
James,
right,
take
all
care of
right.
yourself and good luck
Yeah.
with everything.
Peace and love.
All right,
All right, man.
see you guys.
Peace.
Oh, well, that was interesting.
Yeah,
Any
I'm gonna do the outro for the podcast before I end the live stream. I want to thank everybody for watching the TNG podcast today, and I hope you enjoyed our guest James C. Burns from Call of Duty Black Ops, and we also had Phoenix Rain TV and Python Versus, along with my co-host Purist Visions from Purist Gamers. I'm Mortarman with the Next Gamer Network, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great day.
see you guys.
All right.